I've been like directed before when I'm on camera. I usually just do it myself, and I don't really act in my videos. So it's been very like scary, and I felt very intimidated. But the cast have been really nice to me, and I always ask Troye for help. It went really well. I felt like I never gave me a round of applause for my first ever scene, and it was just like, wow, that's amazing. And then today, I found it a bit harder, but I guess there'll be days like that. So it was cool. I feel like the next big production houses are going to come from YouTubers. Like in the UK, we have big studios called the YouTube Studios, and there's like 14-year-old kids handling equipment basically as big as the stuff they're using here.
So when I was, I think maybe 12 in 2007, I started posting myself up singing on YouTube. And through that, I ended up getting a manager who got me into film and stuff like that. So basically everything I've ever done has come from YouTube indirect. And then in September, I started making vlog videos, and I started doing them weekly. So yeah, and that's like changed my life way more than I thought was ever possible. So yeah, it's going good. I'm happy.
He approached me before he started vlogging. Probably going to do this. I'm going to start vlogging. I'm going to start doing what you guys do. And I was like, okay, I'll try and help you. Also, I would love to try it out for Spud one day. So we both kind of spoke to each other about what it's like to be I asked him what it's like to be in the movies. He asked me what it was like to vlog, kind of thing. I don't think I planned it as much as like, well, I'm not saying Troye planned it, but I think he was a lot more technical. I kind of like I guess I learned how to do it over the course of 2 years. I had a few channels, and then eventually I figured out that I needed to surround myself with other good YouTubers, which I think you've also done.
Yeah.
To create a kind of group type thing. And we all just grew together. So whenever one of us gets a new viewer, hopefully we all get a new viewer, a bunch of us, including Troye. Hopefully that kind of stuff happens in South Africa as soon as we realize, or as soon as our internet speeds increase. When you start getting over 1 million views a month, then you start to feel like it can be your job. I want to try and stay on YouTube as long as I can, but if there is only a window, then I hope it leads to hopefully a talk show or something like that. Fun things like this. I mean, I get to wake up every day and pretend to be a student, but not actually have to do any work. That's awesome.
The thing is, like, first of all, I think when everyone starts, don't feel bad about kind of, not knowing exactly what kind of videos you want to make or anything like that. Just start with like the first video. I think that's the hardest thing to do, and then just be consistent and upload weekly, and eventually you will find kind of like your style. It's taken me ages to try and find. I think I'm finally starting to find what I actually want to, what kind of videos I like with that. Like my videos are always changing and stuff like that. I still have no idea, if I'm like 100% happy with them. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm getting closer, but I'm not there just yet. So I think it's just about like being persistent and consistent and posting, every week, and hopefully posting good stuff. If you can make good stuff, then that's always a good thing too.
Yeah, like some YouTubers can do once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks if their content is amazing, or if they've got a big hype about them. But if you don't, you have to stay in people's faces, and also try and use other platforms such as Google+.
I had someone show up at my house like 2 weeks before I left. That was crazy. I did not expect that, so don't do that.
Really? No, my viewers are really well behaved. They're really nice. I love them.